So just to justify, I'm in no way victim. I'm just explaining it from my POV. I think it's fair that they got to talk for the last week, do their little social media things. I feel they need to do mine as well for my community and for people I don't know the 100% situation story. Not to make myself appear better or more justified. There was no excuse for what I did. And I know that myself. That's why I was very disgusted with myself to, bring their traumatic experience into play. So let's start with the timeline of events. I'm gonna skip through the Brazil trip, but just the last week we'll bring into perspective, right? So TLDR, Dantes replaced Charisma because he didn't want to go to Brazil. I became their support. I went to Brazil. I don't know if it was because I just wasn't a yes man to Dantes and criticize him and criticize everyone else. Yes, my ways and maneuvers of trying to win aren't the best, but I want to win. And if you're sensitive, if you're a snowflake, then it'll probably hurt you. That's just how I grew up, right? Some people are saying, "Oh, he brought his soccer stuff into real life. His coach called him a fat ass and told him to lose weight or he's kicked off the team." Listen, bro. I just want to fucking win. End of the day, my goal is to win. I wasn't trying to be a hero on stream. Yeah, I'm better than all these guys. Look at them fucking doing drugs and drinking. No, I just really wanted to win. Even though the tournament got canceled, we still had our own tournament. We could have showed up. People were not interested. It pissed me off. I retaliated the wrong way. Okay. Anyways, that's besides the point. The last week of Brazil is when I started seeing that their relationship was very rocky. We'd have guests over saying they would hear screaming, banging on the walls, crying, because we didn't even know, right? There was a couple times I'd see them fight, right, where they weren't talking to each other. So as the friend of their close friend, I try to bridge them. I talk to them individually, try to see what's going on, try to get them to be better. And yeah, that's what I felt like. I was a close friend that mattered to them. So I go out of my way, or just do what any other friend would do, and try to fix their issues, which I don't know the private issues, but whatever. And that's when I realized their relationship wasn't as perfect as portrayed. Okay, fast forward. Brazil trip is over. We're all going home. We all live in Montreal. Well, 3 of us, right? So I'm sure the fucking kids that doxed me my 6-year-old address know I live in Montreal. I've been spammed with it. But the last 30 minutes of the trip, we're in the airport, right? And Laura brings up, yet again, I'm saying this story just so people haven't heard it. She brings up a family friend that talks to Dantes that she feels is interested in Dantes. And this is not the first time. It's not the second. It's probably the 3rd or 4th time at this point. And we're just sitting there eating. It's our last meal as a team. And she's ranting about for 10 plus minutes. I felt like I was in a fucking movie at this point. How is she still talking about this to this point? I have no idea. So just to change the subject in a lighthearted manner, maybe this was disrespectful to her. I wish she would have let me know, which we'll get into later. I say, is she even hot though? She says, no, she's ugly as fuck. And I say, okay, you have nothing to worry about. She still talks to me for another 5 plus minutes. At this point, I don't know what to say or do. Dante's just sitting there staring at the table or the wall. He's just sitting there in silence saying nothing. And I tell her, I think you're overthinking it. I said, I think you're overthinking or overthinking it. And then she says something and says, you're not invited to my house. Which to me, at the time, seemed like a joke as well. Because we're on a table with 10 other people. If I wasn't actually invited to, her house, Dante's house, whatever, I feel like that's something they would discuss in private. If she actually felt affected from the comment I made, I feel like she would, let me know. Because I thought she was bantering with me. Because I know I have a really monotone voice. And in the heat of the moment where she's actually upset, I should have had a better judgment of her body language. That's my issue. I don't really see things from other people's perspectives that well. And I thought she was kidding with me. So I say it's okay. It's Dantes' house anyways. Right? That's what I said because I thought she was kidding. And then she says, who the fuck even are you to have an opinion? And this is when I realized she's actually fucking mad at me. And my ego gets the better of me. Instead of actually apologizing to her or whatever, I just sit there in silence because I was like, what the fuck? She's actually mad. I visibly upset her. And yeah, I should have been smarter in the situation. I should have just she's a woman, right? She sees things differently as a guy would. And I should have had way better judgment in that situation because this is kind of the consistent pattern and narrative as my human character goes. I kind of snowball things in a really bad bad way, and you'll see that over the course of the recent events that have occurred. But yeah, I just sat there in silence, didn't say anything, and it was really fucking awkward, quite frankly, because I thought on my mother's life, I was joking with her, and I thought she was joking with me. Anyone at that table, I'm telling you, because ask yourself this question, right? If someone's standing next to you disrespecting your girlfriend, are you gonna say anything? If this guy's talking to my girlfriend in a disrespectful way, I'm gonna say, don't talk to her like that, you know, at bare minimum. But he didn't even say anything. I thought everyone knew we were kidding, but she was actually upset. I am an idiot for not seeing that. I should have just swallowed my pride and told her, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't think it's actually upset you. I shouldn't have made that comment, but I didn't. And that's something that happens very frequently. So what happens is I go home. Oh wait, sorry, let's not fast forward. There's actually a bit of an event that occurs in between that makes the story not even make more sense to me. I forgot to mention this, right? We're at the airport and Dantes and Laura arguing. It's just us three. We went to our gate, right? She's running out of the airport. He's running after her. She's like running away from him. I don't know what the fuck's happening. They go in the middle of the airport. They're like arguing, having conversation. And then she comes up to me and asks, hey, do you mind if we swap seats? I don't want to sit next to him. So I don't know, it was for the reason of she's mad he didn't stand up for her, or they're actually arguing because they've been arguing the entire time the last week. I tell her we're all in the same row, so like swapping seats doesn't do anything, you know? So like she's like, whatever. The entire 10-hour flight, they don't say a single word to each other. So yeah, very awkward. I'm honestly disappointed in myself. I could have maybe tried to help them in this situation, but at a certain point in time, like, yes, Dante's didn't say a single word the entire time the thing happened. So I don't know if it was because I was standing up for him, or he realized, or he wasn't like thinking, but I'm gonna be honest, I feel like Dantes just wants yes men in his life. After the Brazil thing, when he realized I'm not a yes man for him, I'm here to like win and here to help him improve, and he saw me as a threat to his image, or I don't even know. I feel like he really thought I wanted my chat to hate on him. That's how he saw the entire situation. Because I was shit-talking our entire team, and since he's the closest person on our team, he thinks I wouldn't shit-talk him for his performance. I was getting shit-talked for my performance. So it's like, if you can't dish it, you know, at a certain point in time. But yeah, after the 10-hour flight, we went home, and I got a DM by Dantes on Discord. And he says, yo, we have to talk. I say, sure. I go shower, I get my clothes on, he calls me. He's like, yo, Laura said she doesn't like the banter you dish out to her. I'm like, okay, I'll just stop then, there's no need. Just tell her to stop bantering with me. So again, for example, I've talked about this before. An example of banter would be, I guess, the airport situation. That was banter, okay. Another thing I joked about is an eating competition. Because a couple times at a restaurant, they're like, you don't eat anything. I'm like, I could eat more, I just choose not to. And she's like, oh, I could probably out eat you. I'm like, oh, let's do a stream event where like we have to out each other. Whoever does the best wins like gifted subs or something. So I joke about it to her numerous times, like, oh, I'm gonna shit on you when we do the streaming thing or the eating competition. Her joke of banter to me was, you're gonna be a single father. Like, she said that to me, which maybe she's not wrong, but in Brazil, basically I was seeing a girl for a bit. Like, we weren't anything more than, I mean, that girl's interesting to say the least after what happened. But I was seeing a girl and she's like, oh, you're gonna be a single father. And then I tell him, yeah, it's all good. So I'm like, why is he telling me this? Isn't their entire conflict about them, and I was the one trying to help them and be the bridge of their relationship because they clearly cannot resolve things on their own? I checked Twitter, I'm blocked. Again, this is someone I've let into my house numerous times, catered towards them, done many things for. Also, bear in mind, she said on her stream, I don't know why she said this, she said, Tarzan always would tell me thank you for cleaning and doing making food. And this is in no way an attack to her. I'm very grateful for all the things she did. That's why I always thanked her when no one else ever thanked her, except maybe like Dantes, I don't know. In the span of 6 weeks, I think she cooked less than 10 meals. Which again, very nice of her. No one else would cook. I think the tension would like make coffee and like breakfast and stuff for other people. But besides that, we had a maid coming every 2-3 days. So I have no idea why she brought this up. Either, I don't know if it's like to make herself look better to everyone or because I was grateful. I have no idea. But yeah, I thank you for the stuff you did. I think I helped a lot in the house as well that I didn't get much help, many thank yous for as well. So I see I'm blocked. I'm like pretty emotional at this point. It's like, this is someone I've told my entire like last relationship about, my life. Like I see her as a really close person. How the fuck can she just, in my eyes, I was just a scapegoat of their conflict. I feel like they make themselves believe, or they just threw me under the bus to themselves to resolve their conflict, and I became the center point of something I had no reason to be. So this is when like the alarms in my head start, I don't even know what the expression is, clicking, ticking, whatever. I'm like, she is manipulating Dantes. Because if Dantes had an issue with it, I feel like he would have said something at the time, right? So I should have just been a mature person, give them their space, and I wasn't. And this is where the snowball effect unfortunately comes into play. I bring it up on stream that she blocked me. I tell everyone, like, she's a bad person, she's this, she's that, which was very stupid. Again, my emotional intelligence as a human being is very fucking immature. I have one of the 5-year-old child, probably. I should have never done that, and Dantes is right for that. But again, you'll see why he's a hypocrite later on. What does he say to me again? Tarzan had no reason. He said this on stream, like, I should have never brought this up on stream. He's 100% right. I'm a fucking moron. I completely agree. I'm immature as fuck. Like, they break up. I wait 12 hours. I see the tweet when it happened. I wait 12 hours. I tweet, so can I come over now? Because in my eyes, oh, by the way, when we had the conversation about when he called me on Discord, he never told me to, like, remove Laura from my life. He just said, like, don't banter with her. He never said, like, oh, you guys are never gonna be friends again, whatever. He just said, don't banter with her, which I said, oh, it's all good, bro. Like, my bad. I won't do it again. Okay, they tweet that they break up. I tweet, can I come over now? As in, can we be friends again, right? Because I felt like I deserved an apology. You know, I've apologized for Brazil, like the stuff that bothered him that I didn't think would actually bother him, but he told me he's a sensitive person and his image really matters, so I apologized. In this situation, I felt like I deserved an apology because I don't know how I became the center of their arguments and their relationship, because that's really what it felt like and what it was. That's what it was. And then he tweets to me, this is why I'll have never anything to do with you. Take care, Tarzan. And that pissed me the fuck off. Like, would that not piss you off? Because to me, it seemed like, does he actually think this way in a sense of, like, he can throw everything away over this instead of just, again, doing what he told me not to do, make things public, public. Message me privately and say, yo, bro, I don't like your tweet. That's going to affect Laura. Delete that shit. Go apologize to her. That's all he had to do. Again, I'm the snowballer, so I have no reason to blame him for anything. But he did the thing that he told me not to do. You know what I mean? Why would he, like, do that to me on social media for fucking impressions? You know, most of League Twitter, if not all of League Twitter at this point, hates me now. I felt like he literally just tweeted that to be like the, how can I say this? I don't want to paint a narrative on him, but it felt like he literally just did that to be like showcase his good side post breakup. Do you know what I mean? Like, he still cares about her. He does, probably. I'm sure he does, right? But why the fuck would he do the thing he told me not to do, like, less than a week later? Actually, a couple days later, if any. I don't remember when the timeline is at this point, but yeah, it just felt to me like he got what he wanted from me. He never needed me again. And the craziest part is, that's how the other content creators talk about me. They say when Tarzan doesn't need you anymore, he throws you under the bus and, like, I don't know, it's fucking Waluigi retard saying some dumbass low IQ shit. I mean, we know who the fuck that guy is, brain dead as fuck. Have I ever thrown a content creator out of the window for my own benefit? The only reason I do it is because I realize they're scum. And most of the league content creators are fucking scum. And yes, I completely agree. I said the wrong thing, but I did the right thing. I stand by what I did. If someone treats me like this, yes, I have the emotional maturity of a fucking 5-year-old. I completely agree. I shouldn't have brought to this point. I've withdrew myself from the situation. There's so many so many signal signs. Like, Tyler saying, you're 29, bro. Stay in your own fucking lane. Be a grown man. I had a dream. I had so many different things telling me, this shit's not worth it. You have a fucking niece. This is gonna be you one day. You're gonna have a child. You know, move on with your fucking life. These people are fucking children. And then I did something 10,000 times worse than them. So it literally made me lose respect for myself at a certain point in time. But yeah, that happened. I said, you know what? I'm going to ruin this guy. I go on stream. I say every single situation, every single person he shit talk behind their back, every single scenario. And yeah, I'm a piece of shit. To me, it just felt like he needs to lose everything. That's what it felt like. You know, like, I was going to kamikaze myself out of the scene, just get this guy down with me, because I saw the kind of person he was. I thought he was manipulated by his girlfriend at the time, and he just showed me his true colors. So I said, fuck this guy. I thought he was in love. I thought he was doing this for her. He's doing this for himself. That's my narrative. I don't know if that's true or not. Never said it was. But that's, to me, it felt like his image and everything mattered way more than everyone or anything else. Saying he's lying and manipulating all the scenarios is an understatement. I don't know why he does. Like, it actually really triggers me. Example, the fan fiction thing with Emeru. Sorry to bring up your name, Emeru. He said I made it a big deal, but literally what happened at the time was he said, oh, they edited a part of me fucking Emeru. And his girlfriend, like, he said that in front of his girlfriend. She got upset and walked away. So I said, bro, you don't fucking talk about fucking other woman in front of your girl. Like, what? I'm laughing right now. I'm like, what the fuck? Even I'm not that retarded, even though after the thing I did, Jesus Christ, maybe I am. But he never even mentions that in his 3-hour thing. That's the one thing I like randomly clicked in his VOD, and that's the one thing I heard. On my mother's life, in a 3-hour segment, I clicked on a random part and I hear him talking about that. And he never brought up the actual situation, how it went down. Every situation is manipulated in a way where it makes him seem better. And I don't know why, man. You have to own up. I'm owning up. I'm a piece of shit. At least stop lie to your audience. Don't lie to yourself. That's how I see it. So yeah, he goes on a 3-hour rant, and I say, fuck it. This is the end. This is the end of myself too, apparently. But a lot of girls come forward. They say, yeah, we were treated like this, we were treated like that. And I'm gonna be honest, I never thought I'd release this information. Even though that wasn't the actual nuke on Laura. I was bluffing. The thing on Laura was that, like the last few days, Dantes streamed like 25 hours. I mean, it's not even a nuke. It's just like, she would get upset, drunk, and like rant about him. Like she wouldn't like belittle her partner, but she would talk negatively about him at the campfire when she was drunk in front of everyone else. And whatever way you want to manipulate that or skew that into your favor, that is the reality of the situation. If my partner did that to me, I'd be very disrespected and disappointed. So that's how to me, that was like very sad if my partner would do that to me. So that was the quote unquote actual nuke. It wasn't even a fucking nuke. I was bluffing. But then he kept fucking saying Tarzaned'S shit, scorched earth, fuck this guy. Like, I'm a retard. So I was like, fuck it. I'm retarded. Yes, I know. I said, whatever. He wants to do this bullshit lying. I'm a retard. Yes, I know. I deserve the absolute worst. All the death threats, all 6,000 of them, all the doxing. I know. I should have never gone to that point, and I did it myself. None of my actions are justifiable. I'm fucking insane, quite frankly, for snowballing it to this extent. The easiest situation was just withdraw myself from the situation, because if someone deserves to pay their debt as a human, whether it's karmic or whatever, they'll eventually pay the price. I know I paid the price in my life for the bad things I've done. Trust me. But yeah, my entire goal revealing that was to showcase his character as a person, because that is literally, again, I forgot to mention this. This is how she said the story as well. We're like 4 people next to her. She says, yeah, I got an abortion. Dantes had his tournament, so he stayed home while I went to Germany. But that's literally what I said on stream, right? I said, I obviously like added emphasis on the fact, I guess, right, that he didn't show up, but that's what she said. So I don't really understand why they're saying I'm lying, because that's literally what happened word for word. He stayed home and played League. That was the entire point, and still no one's business, not of my fucking business either. But yeah, hopefully you guys understand now, because nothing is justifiable. I'm not the victim again, they are, and I hope everyone can move on from this. I don't deserve my platform. I don't deserve you guys. I don't deserve my family, honestly, because I'm telling you right now, that is the absolute worst thing I've done in my entire life. I had their name in. I had a lot of things in here that they removed, and I removed, yes. The reason I was told to remove their name was because of legal reasons. I heard they're gonna sue me or some shit. So I removed their name, stuff like this. On my mother's life, this was not ChatGPT. I don't know what internet world we live in where these fucking 12-year-old retards think this is ChatGPT AI. What else? People said I made this about me. People said it took my family to come into play. They're not even understanding the picture. I'm saying my family is the most important thing to me, and the fact that they understood, like they heard of what happened, put a huge notion on a huge toll on me, because they never like interfered with my career before. That is what the paragraph meant. Okay, a lot of people said, why aren't you doubling down? How the fuck can you backtrack? Because to me, this was the absolute worst thing I've ever done. And yes, I had the tools, I had the assets to double down. I could have. With all the stuff I was seeing popping up, like she talked about on a stream before, the stuff she was saying on her stream, to me it was like, I could have doubled down. I could have played they're utilizing this for their own benefits. Was it actually, like, yes, it was for sure traumatic to them to a certain extent, but maybe they're playing up a character, and I could have said stuff like this. I could have. But at the end of the day, you have to understand, only they know. Everyone else perceives it the way they showcase it. I'm not saying they're not traumatized from this event that I'm sorry I brought forth to them, but to a certain extent, playing it up a little bit because she talked about it in the past, etc. We don't know. So, but to me, it was like I'm the biggest offender in this situation. I did something 100 times worse than it to me, and yeah, I apologize, and I'll never be able to. I shouldn't be able to recover from this. I shouldn't have the platform I've been given from my audience, especially for like the years upon years of like League of Legends abuse I put my teammates through. They did the worst to me, honestly. This one to me is like, I've been on the internet for over 20 years, right? I've been, not a flex, I fucking grew up in the most fucked up communities. So like having these like 6,000 plus death threats, bite the curb, I never heard this expression until now, do the world a favor, kill yourself. Like, ask yourself this, like, you're Mr. 12-year-old, right? If I kill myself, how the fuck does your shitty life change? You think the bully at school is still gonna fucking not take your lunch money? Why don't you tell that guy to kill himself? So you want to sit on here on social media, like, I'm not saying every person doesn't care. Do you think most of these people care? Like, most of these people just care about impressions and attentions. They get none. That's just how the internet has evolved to the point of you want to virtue signal, hop on the fucking sheep train. I'm a shit person. I did a shit thing. I agree. But do you think these fucking retards comparing me to Hitler are fucking 1% inept? Or 99% inept? They're saying I'm worse than Hitler. I feel like I got more hate than Cookie Law, who was out as a pedophile. Worse than a rapist, worse than a child predator. I did something really bad, don't get me wrong. They have painted me as the worst person of all fucking time. I'm still in absolute shock. Let me click my notifications real quick. And they all have fucking anime PFPs. Like, every single one. Like, you know what I mean? They're like 12 years old with the fucking narrative and brain of, like, I thought my emotional maturity was very low. Jesus Christ, these fucking 12-year-old retards on the internet are so brain dead. It's all for fucking impressions. You don't want me dead. You just want a Twitter like. What does me dying change in your life? Am I the worst person on this planet? Oh, make sure you keep a close eye on your circle. There's way worse people, trust me. Alright, as far as the girls go, Mechanical Player, you're the homie for showing up, bro. But holy fuck, that was the worst thing. That made him look like a god. I don't even know how. Basically, we were on call for 3 hours with the girls. They all like talked about their stories. And they'd all be like, oh, me too, that happened to me. We should talk about that. Mechanical Player goes on stream. I felt like he was a hired lord by Dantes. I've never seen that in my entire life. What the fuck was going on? These girls wanted to like all give their stories. And the last girl said 2 words and got like no and peace. So I mean, I hope one day they get to tell their tale, because there's a lot of other things I've heard. I'm not gonna say anything, but there's other stuff I've heard. There's people that are scared to come out because, again, like, you saw how the whole fucking internet turned on me, which, again, justifiable, sure, but people are scared to come out, and after what happened, I don't think they'll ever come out, quite frankly. So me and Mechanical Player are retards, but Mechanical, holy fuck, you literally, I don't know what the fuck to say, man. They talked in call for 3 hours with us, and you gave them 10 minutes. And he's like, okay, bye, guys. He puts a fucking strawberry on. Okay. As far as this goes, right, I said I never, like, put their name in here for a reason. Apparently, she wants to take legal action against me. She has no case, but the crazy part is I actually do have a case. From what I've been told, I have a case against them. But I'm not going to go out of my way as a human being, right? If they feel they need to take legal action, I'll countersue in a defensive way, but I will never be the aggressor in the situation because I've already put them through a lot of trauma, and I apologize for this, and I wish nothing but the best at this point, right? But I hate to say it, if they actually go with the suing, I have to countersue. That I 100% on my mother's life I'll countersue, but as far as I know they can't, but if they do, I'm saying I will. This is the case, by the way, if you're wondering. I'm saying it, I'll publicly say it because I'm not gonna message them, right? That's what I was told. I'm not gonna sue them. I just want us, both parties, to move on. All the 12-year-old retards are not even considered a third party. They're considered retards to me at this point, okay? As far as the future goes, I think I'm going to just focus on content creation, and real life versus league life. Streamer life should be on the side. Like, maybe I got a girlfriend, I tell you guys, or like I got a child. Probably not at this point. Maybe she was right about the single father thing, but life goes on. I made a mistake. I should not have snowballed. I should have withdrew myself from a situation. That's so many signal signs. Fucking Tyler, I had a dream about this. Like, it was crazy because I don't remember my dreams often. Every single time I do, it's fucking crazy. I had a dream. I'll tell you what the dream was. There was a good cop chasing a bad person, and I saw it. I'm not saying I'm the good cop or anything, but TLDR, the villain steals the gun from him and kills him. And I saw the whole situation. So I'm not saying I'm a good person, but in the situation I was in, before I brought it to that point, I could have been a way better person. I could have, like, either A, withdrew from the situation, or B, not brought it to that point and escalated. But yeah, hope the girls have a platform in the future, like, to, you know, because they were abused, they were manipulated, shit happened to them. We never got to tell their tale. I feel really bad, but yeah, that's it. The TLDR is, if someone's bad to you, don't be 1,000 times worse.